Hey guys, so today I want to talk about Jake Paul, but unlike the other videos I've seen about him, I don't really want to talk about exactly what he's done because there's too much to cover anyways and you've probably already seen it. I want to talk about the damage he's doing. Okay, so much like the Instagram comedians, Jake Paul's videos are essentially made up of him and his friends being stupid and really not doing anything else. Now, the reason I have a problem with all of this, I already had a problem with Jake Paul before all of this stuff happened where he's been in drama and news like constantly this week and I think last week too. My problem is this. So to the outside world, to someone who doesn't go on YouTube or at least isn't aware of the drama side of YouTube and the vlog side of YouTube where Jake Paul is, Jake Paul at this moment on television represents everyone on this platform.
A recent stunt involved tossing furniture into an empty pool and setting the pile on fire. Neighbors say flames eventually grew higher than the house, and as the pit was burning and smoking, they were fuming.
And that's a problem to me because, first of all, I don't think anyone in their sound mind wants to be in any way connected to him. Second of all, in a way, Jake Paul is tainting the image of YouTube because now, you know when there are those old people who are complaining about how millennials are like stupid and, you know, irresponsible and whatever? Well, Jake Paul is the embodiment of what those old people think we are. And the thing is, on television now, that's what YouTube is known for. Unfortunately, there aren't all that many channels that are talking about people like Scarce or Philip DeFranco or anyone that is a reliable source of information about things. What the world sees right now of YouTube is Jake Paul. Now, to some people that might not be a big deal, and I have to admit, it's not a very big deal to me either because I don't care about what people think. What is a big deal to me is that a platform that is used or used to be used for creativity and fun and DIYs and teaching things is turning into a platform of complete idiocy. Jake Paul is that idiocy. He is the representative of that right now. So why am I making this video? Well, first of all, I just wanted to get my opinion out there about that. And I do not support Jake Paul. I do not support any of his actions. I think he's completely irresponsible. He's irresponsible towards himself and his Team 10 people by putting his address online. He's irresponsible by starting a fire in his pool where it looked like his neighbors, like the houses weren't all that far. He's causing mayhem in his neighborhood. He's making up all these fake dramas about himself, like hiring those fake policemen to arrest him and his eviction prank. Those aren't creative pranks. There's no intelligence behind that. That's just made to fuel the drama about him. And in a way, I'd almost say it's genius because everyone's talking about him. The way that it's not genius is that people are talking about him in a negative way because he deserves it, because the actions we see of him anyways do not represent someone with any intelligence. On the contrary, they represent someone who might have, you know, like one brain cell, if that. I'm probably overestimating here.
That's the news.
Anyways, I didn't want to put clips of his stuff in my video because I'm sure that if you're watching this, you probably have, you know, seen all that stuff. And I have a feeling some Jake Paulers might come at me, and I'm just gonna say this in advance. You'll probably understand more when you're older, and I'm not saying this to talk down to you, I'm just saying things become clearer sometimes when you're older and you have more perspective on it. Second of all, if you really like Jake Paul, ask yourself this. If you acted the way he acted, how proud would your parents be of you? If you think that your parents would be really proud of you, well, then I don't think I can help you. If you think that they wouldn't be proud of you, then maybe that means something.
Live?
Hablamos español también.
Oh, está bien, te amo mucho.
Jake, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't crawl up there.
Why?
Okay. I just wouldn't do that.
A lot of the neighbors are complaining. They're very upset.
No, why?
They say that you've created a living hell out here. That it's like a circus.
Yeah, it is.
All the fans.
I mean, but
the
people like
stunts,
going to
the-
circuses, right?
What do you say to the neighbors, though, that are upset? then they're really upset.
No, I honestly.
Can't beat them, join them.
No, I'm honestly, yeah, it's terrible. It's a bad situation. No, I feel bad for them, for sure. There's nothing we could do, though. The Jake Paulers are the strongest army out there, Dab.
I have one question for you.
Yeah?
What are those?
One more thing I'd like to say is that in this whole YouTube adpocalypse, I feel like everyone is kind of readjusting their content a bit. And for some people, it's not destroying their creativity, their flow, their genuineness, whatever. But similar to the Instagram change with the algorithm, some people are selling out or acting in a way that isn't their usual way of acting and adapting in order to create those numbers. I understand everyone has to pay bills. However, Jake Paul, I think, is also the embodiment of that kind of desperate need to have people talk about you, even if it's negatively and even if it reflects horribly on you and will for the next years and years. I mean, once it's on the internet, it's out forever. So I guess I'm just voicing my frustration with how platforms are evolving right now, especially since there are 8 million people who are following Jake Paul. And it's hard for me to believe that a lot of those people follow him or follow him, you know, to bully him or anything. And that's not right either, but it's just like, it's crazy to me that there are 8 million people that support this kind of behavior. And that's what really scares me, because if there are 8 million people who support that kind of behavior, what is YouTube gonna turn into in like months, in a year? Anyways, I'm sorry if this was kind of a rant, but I really had to get that off my chest because I keep seeing Jake Paul news everywhere, and I think I've heard that name enough to give me nausea for life. But yeah, I'd be really happy to hear your guys' opinions, what you think about him and Team 10 and all the drama that's been going on. Thanks for watching.